and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing, well, I guess it's kind of a colour and chat, but it's also a specific one. So I had this book in my book bag for September, and somebody commented on there that they had this book and they was really intimidated by it, so was going to be interested to see what I was going to do in it. So I thought, you know what, let's just do it as a colour and chat. I am going to be still going back to my other colouring project, but for today we're just going to be doing this. Now I did pick out a page. Which was it? Right, so I thought I would start on this one. So it's quite a busy page, but we've got some bricks. I do like a bit of brick, and we've got this sort of old what was it called? The rocket. That was it. The old steam engine. We've got some luggage, and I'm just going to be doing it in watercolours. Now I don't do watercolours very often, so that in itself as well is a bit of a learning curve. Let me just break the spine on this book so it lay a bit flatter. But yeah, I thought I would do it, so I'm going to be doing it in the Arteza Watercolour Pencils, because those are the only watercolours that I really have at this point. And let's pop open this tin. I do have like my swatch book here, and what I'm going to be using is, I've got two water brushes. I've got this one, which is the Zig, the fine detail one. Oops, there we go. It's just like a narrow tip, but this one's a little bit moody. I love this one, but it is moody. And the other one I've got is this Derwent watercolour. This is just, I've never used this one, which is why it's so clean. I need to be careful. I don't know whether it leaks or not, so it's here just for, I don't really have any big areas, but I thought I'd have it here just to try it out. I've just got one of these old sort of dishcloths, because I use these sort of J cloths, I think they call them, because they're really absorbent for water. And then as well, after you're done with them, if you want, you can just wash them out because it's watercolour. So yeah, enough talking, enough wibbling. Let's get painting. So let's do something nice and simple. So I think we'll start with these brickwork. We're going to just get the base on. I don't know if I'm going to do it all in watercolour or whether I'm going to be doing pencil over the top. So let's just go with, we'll have ourselves a nice red, I think, brick red. I think I'm going to go with passion fruit, which is this one. So I'm just gonna go in. I haven't thought this through, because if you know me, I don't really pull out palettes and things like that. Not very often. Sometimes I have a palette in my head, like if I know I want something bright, or you know, in that respect I might want something summery or cool colours and things like that. But outside of that, I don't generally think it through very much. So who knows what we're going to get at the end, because that's how it goes around here. If you're looking for a tutorial channel, I probably wouldn't watch me, because you never, I don't know if it's going to work. I suppose if it was really bad, if it's a really disaster, I'm not sure if I'd post a video. So if you're watching this, then hopefully that means it didn't go too terribly. But yeah, I'm just doing this lightly. Is that wall? Yes. Just doing this a bit lightly here. I think that's wall as well. So we should be able to do this nice and colourful, I thought, because it's luggage. So it doesn't even have to have like a matching colour palette, because you know, if you have a luggage rack in real life, not every, you know, your luggage set might be matching, but everybody else's luggage isn't going to match with yours. So I figured, you know what, it can just be as eclectic as it likes. It doesn't matter. Right, so let's just, now this is, I'll leave links below if you've not seen this book. I have actually done a flip through of this book like last summer. I've had it for ages. This is also one of my 10 books to start for this year, because I've had it for ages and I've not coloured in it. So this is a good thing that I'm actually doing it. I've not been doing much colouring recently, what with the summer. And also, like, I'm going on holiday. I'm about to go on holiday. When you see this, I'll already be back. Because, you know, obviously I'm not going to tell you I'm going on holiday before I go and then post it. Because, you know, you might come and steal all my pencils. You wouldn't, because I don't have that many pencils. So that would be an anticlimax. But, yeah. I thought I would do this. And it's a chance to do some colouring, like I don't want to say force me, that sounds wrong, because I do obviously enjoy colouring, But you know, I'm just not of a mood for colouring very much at the moment, and I've been doing a bit of diamond painting, to be honest. So between doing diamond painting and summer and going on holiday and being busy with stuff in general, and also YouTube is still eating my comments, by the way. I'll keep going on about this. I will continue to go on about this until it stops eating my comments. It does eat. It's letting me post mostly to my own videos. Like, I can reply to people and things. But if I try to comment on somebody else's video, then most of the time my comment just disappears. As soon as I've posted it, like 1 second or 5 seconds later, it just disappears. And I do have a bit more luck if I post using the YouTube Studio app, but I hate the app because I can't type on phones. I'm just like, you know how there's some people that just go blah, 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 and it's like, that's done. It's like, no, I'm not. Oops. See, look, I've gone a bit dark there. I don't want any pencil strokes in my thing, so that's why I've got it. I'm pressing really lightly. I can always build up the colour. But yeah, so I don't use the app very much unless there's something I desperately want to say and make sure somebody hears. But for everybody else, if it's just a general, yay, thank you, I enjoyed that, thanks for sharing your haul or finished pages or whatever, I'm afraid I'm just hitting the like button at the moment. But I am still there. If you're on YouTube, and I'm still watching your channel. Right, so I'm just gonna, that's got water. So let's just go. The paper in this book is pretty good, so I shouldn't have to worry too much, but we're just going to activate as we go, because, you know, it's all about the instant gratification. But yeah, so I'm going on holiday. Well, I say I'm going on holiday. So we got to, I've mentioned this before in the regular colouring chat, that we're having a staycation, but you know, for a few days of it we're going away to just like a little B&B thing, and then the rest of it we're like doing just some days out because we live in London. So it should be nice as long as the weather plays ball. It's absolutely tipping it down today though. But hey, I've got my nice fancy softbox for my channel, so I've got light. But it's really nice because today is probably the first day where I definitely, if this was like before I'd bought my big light, I think I'll just wipe that off, it was getting a bit wet. If it was before my big light, I would have not filmed because it's that dark today. Yeah, just activating this. But do you know, when somebody, I always hate it when somebody says, hate it. No, I don't mean hate, I don't hate you, but you know, I don't like it when I hear, I think it's sad, let's put it that way. I think it's sad when somebody is intimidated by their books. I love to encourage people just to not be scared. Don't be scared, because if it goes wrong, I take this view, if it goes wrong, I've got like another 50 pages in this book that I can do and try again on. So yeah, just if something's, I do understand how people get intimidated sometimes if something's really busy or complicated, but that's just not how I view it, and I'd prefer to have a page that's gone wrong in a book than have a book that's just sitting on the shelf unloved, because these are our colouring books and they're meant to be loved. Right, let me just dab that off again. But I'm happy to say this water brush is playing ball today. I've had it before. It's a miracle actually. I nearly threw this away in a fit of pique. Because like I picked it up one time and just like nothing would happen. You know, it's got one of these things where you push to push water through. Funny that. And nothing happened. It was like it was the valve had blocked, so no water was coming through. And I was that close to pushing it away, throwing it away, because I hadn't used it that much. I was like, you know what? Let's just go back and we'll try it another day. Because sometimes things do fix themselves. And it fixed itself. I love it when that happens. It doesn't happen anywhere near enough. So I think that's that done. I will let that dry. Let's just clean off this. Yep. Okay. Let's do something else. So I'm going to leave that pencil there. What was it? So that was the passion fruit. The 80, what's that? 8050. A050, not 8. Don't listen to me with the max. So this one I want to be different now, because this is like inside the yard, and I think this looks like wood. So I'm going to go for some sort of yellow or beige. What have I got? Okay, it tricked me. I thought I was going for this, but it's actually this, which is kind of a green. Let's try that. Well, let's just do it in these funny little panels. No, I'm going to do it up here. And then if I don't like how this goes, we'll activate it quite quick, just to see how it goes. And if I don't like it, then I can do the rest of the room in something else, but we'll pretend this is the roof. It's like a sort of, it's like camel, because it's called camel. No, it's like a kind of yellowy green. Do you know what? I should probably get you in a bit closer, shouldn't I? Because you can't see much up there. Let me just get this down, and I'll move the camera in. But we'll get this colour down. I actually looked up, this is the one thing that I did look up before I started, because I wanted to make sure, I wanted to see what the colours for the rocket is. And it actually turns out that whilst this is like light grey and there's like little bits of black on the thing, it was actually bright. The rocket, which was the name of the kind of first famous steam engine, it was yellow. It was like bright canary yellow. So I'm glad I looked it up and didn't just assume it was like grey and black. So you can see I don't actually, it's not like I'm spending a lot of effort to lay this down really smooth or anything. That's the nice thing about watercolour pencils versus normal pencils. You don't really have to think even about pressure. Let me just move this tin a bit. You don't have to think about, because you're not going to be shading it from this. If you do shading, I usually add it on as a second coat, or use pencils. Now, I think I've got all the. I don't want pink to get in there, so let's just activate this and see what it looks like. Because yeah, it is yellow. Wow, I forgot to move the camera down. That's how short. Talk about goldfish memory. Right, I'll do it after this. Don't let me forget. Remind me. I'll zoom the camera in. Right. Don't forget. Repeat after me. Don't forget. I forgot. So anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying before then. About the rocket. I think I've seen the rocket. I know it's in the UK we have a very famous train museum up in York, and I know I've been to the York train museum, which is really cool. If you ever get the chance to go up there, it is, even if you're not a train fan, it's just like a bit of like history. It's really cool. I recommend it. See, so that doesn't look green, not really. That looks yellow. Right, so let me just zoom in this camera a bit so that you can actually see a bit more of what I'm doing. And yeah, hang on. Right, so that's a bit better. But I've just noticed, look, there's brick wall through the bike spokes. So I'm going to do that before I forget, because as if I literally just noticed it while I was waiting for the camera to stop wobbling. Because whenever I move, this is just a gooseneck tripod, and so every time the slightest touch, it's just like wobbles like crazy for like 30 seconds. So I was just waiting for it to stop wobbling after I restarted the camera, and I was like, hang on, there's a great big hole there. What are you doing? What you're not doing, I should say, because I didn't see it. So let's just get that in there. Let me just make sure I've got all my yellow off. But yeah, I can't make up my mind whether I want to go over this in pencil or try and do more watercolours to put in some shading. I've never really done that. Like I say, I'm not a huge watercolour person, but I want to learn, if that makes sense. Well, of course it makes sense. We all want to learn. That's why you're probably watching this in the first place. Right, let's get rid of that pink, and we shall go back to this and put down some more camel. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge pencil person anyway, but I do like watercolours because, you know, obviously they are a lot faster and I'm very slow. So if I can, every now and again, if I can just get something done quickly, I'm just like, I feel like I've just won Olympic gold. If I finish a picture in a short amount of time, I'm just like, yay! Usually everything takes me ages. Even a little colour by number or a mandala, I was just like, yeah, it just takes me forever. So this is just like, yeah. See how much area we can cover. A bit down here. I don't know. We'll try it. I might come back and do a second part if people are interested in doing this. I am obviously working on my Melpomene. God, tongue-tied. One day I won't get tongue-tied over that name. But Melpomene Chatsi Panziotu. That picture I'm doing in Circle of Life. Now, is that through there? Or yes, it is, isn't it? It's going to be through the wheels as well. I'm still doing that picture. So I will be back with a colour and chat to finish that. Or carry it on. But I can do more than one thing at once. It'd take me twice as long. But we'll see. But it's a possibility if people are interested. Or I might just finish it off camera. Well, what I could do, I could just... Oh, I'm just talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Start colouring. Yeah, that's why everything takes me so long. Because I get so easily sidetracked. Now, is that part... No, that's part of the wall. That is part of the wall. I thought that was part of the train, but it's not. Let's do that. I haven't made up my mind what I want to do the floor yet. No. But I think I might... Stop wobbling. I think I might try and do... attempt some shading with another layer of watercolour. We'll see how it goes. The important thing is I've made a start on this picture. This book has been in and out on my book bag 2 or 3 times. I've only been doing my book bag for like 6 months. It's just like... Oh, sorry about the toot toots. The road is back open. If you're a regular on my channel, you might know, because I've gone on about it a couple of times. They was doing some very, very minor road works to check some cables or something, and in the process of digging up the road to look at the cables, they actually hit a gas main. So like the road was closed for over 2 weeks because they had to replace the entire gas main. It was big, but it's just reopened like yesterday. So the traffic is back. I kind of missed it in a strange, crazy way. Like, it was so quiet. And when you, like, it is so noisy. But when you live in London, you kind of screen it out. It's just the white noise. So when it was quiet, that was the bit that I actually noticed. Unless someone, like, toots their horn or a siren goes past. Sometimes I don't even hear that, though. And, yeah, because I just phase it out. But when it was so quiet, I noticed that. That was weird. Strange. That's city life for you. Right. But yeah, it's going to pay off because, like I said before, I'm going to be doing some day trips out in London. Not entirely sure where. We were supposed to be going to Florida. Well, yeah, no, I say that. That's where we'd hoped to go. And because it's Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary this year, and I had a room booked for the opening week, which is October the 1st, and so we was going to get there beforehand and then just be there for when it opened, all the the celebrations and stuff. But you know, even if we'd have thought it was a good idea, there's no choice because you still can't get to the States without having to go into quarantine. So, you know, who's going to go on holiday? Look, I haven't done any in there. Let's put a bit in between his little pipe. That goes under there. Is that part of that? Oh, that's part of the building as well, isn't it? I don't know. Is that part of the train? Tell me. That's not part of the train, is it? Look, 'cause it goes past there. That's part of the wall, is it? Well, it is now. I always take this view, if I can't tell what it is, then anybody who's looking at it won't be able to tell what it is either. But yeah, so the good old US of A isn't allowing people in without going to quarantine for the lurgy that shall not be named. So, you know, it's not like theoretically we could have gone, but what's the point? Because, you know, you have to spend 2 weeks in quarantine. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So it wasn't even a choice. In a way, I prefer it that way. And then I don't have the personal dilemma. So we kind of knew from a long time out that it wasn't going to happen anyway. So we're at the point now, it's just like, well, let's just see. Let's just wait and see what opens and when. And then we can start to plan. Because I'm not one of these people. I don't like planning for nothing. If I plan my whole holiday and then for it to not go, I'm just like, all I do is spend. It's not so much a disappointment. I'm sitting there thinking, well, that was a waste of time. Right, let's do this floor. But I think I am going to do the floor, and I think when I go into shading, I will go a bit darker on the roof. And I think I'm going to go change for a different colour here. I think I might actually go for a light brown. And we could do, what's that? Burnt ochre. Where's burnt ochre? I think I've got that. Yeah, I had that here. I've got a few pencils pulled out from, they're like not in the tin because I've been, oh, that's very close to that though, isn't it? Let's see. I can always add some grey to it to muddy it out. I've just got some pencils pulled out, which has been pulled out for like the longest time because I've got a Kirby Rosanis page to finish. In which one was it? World Within Worlds, and I did the intro page, you know, like the nameplate page, but it's like a double page spread. So I did the nameplate page and I finished that one, but I was doing the watercolours on the other side of the spread, because I figured, well, if I'm doing one, I may as well do both to have them look alike. But then I ran out of fizzle, so it's about half done. So that's why all the pencils are still out. But that was just like from 4 months ago. One day I'll get around to finishing that. I annoy myself sometimes with that sort of thing because, do you know what? It's nearly done. I could probably finish it in an hour or maybe 2 hours tops. It's that sort of close to finish. And I was talking to somebody in my comments the other day, and we did agree that quite often it's just easier to start a project than it is to finish one. It's definitely me. Especially, I don't mind having whips. I always have a view to coming back to them one day. I will. I meant to have a whipping the whip month last month, but then I just didn't do much colouring because of the summer. Right, so what do we want? We want this in here. And this, is that in there? Yeah, let's put that in there. Have that as floor, because this floorboard's there. Does that go down there? Probably not. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nobody will notice. So yeah, that was so. No Mickey Mouse this year again. Eventually we'll get to go back. I'll tell you something, it's certainly cheaper. Save a fortune. Now, that box, that's a funny little thing, because look, that feels like it's just the strap of the bag, but the box doesn't appear behind it, but I feel like it should. So we're just going to do that. Yeah. That's the thing about these sort of sketchy pictures. Sometimes they're on this. It doesn't follow the rules. Like somebody might not finish drawing something, or it might overlap something, and you're like, oh, logic says that's not supposed to be like that. And then I have to remind myself to not stress out the details. So I go in here. that. Now I do want to go under here. What's that? Yes, that is a bit full. So did everybody else manage to go on holiday this year? And if so, where did you go? Or are you still to go? Or did you just give up? Give up. Right, okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with that. Right. So there's my brush. I'll just dab it off. Make sure all the yellow's gone. Yes, it is. So there, that's all right. I was a bit worried it was going to be close to the red. It's not really. What colour did I say it was? Burnt ochre. Go in. That's the other thing. You just go straight over the lines. Whereas with the pencil, the wax would probably cover up all the black lines. But it's not. It's nice and see-through. I keep meaning to try. Have you seen, I'm sure you have, Colouring Kay's channel. She does this thing with, what's it called? Gold something. It's a bit like, satin, it's a bit like satin glaze. Maybe it is satin glaze. I don't know where I got gold from. Anyway, so she does this thing where you can like paint it over your picture. It's see-through, and it kind of primes your paper, so you can do watercolours on it without it buckling. I keep meaning to try that. It is satin glaze. I don't know where I got gold from. Maybe that's the brand name. This paper in this book is really good, so I don't have to worry about it. It's nearly card. But I keep meaning to try that other thing, just to see if it works. Well, it obviously does work. She uses it all the time. See if it works for me though. What somebody does and what I do are often two separate things. So, go in here. I want that to be nice and soft. That's the nice thing about watercolours. You can get a nice soft edge because it just fades out. Right. Did I say it was a colour and chat? It's more of a colour, less of a chat. I'm not feeling. Oh, I was going to say I'm not feeling very chatty, but then I just thought of something to say because. Right. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I was on YouTube, as you do. And sometimes just randomly there'll be a video there in your suggestion feeds that you don't know why it's there. You've not, as far as you know, you've not watched anything to like trigger it. They're just obviously just trying it out. And so I don't know what happened, but I saw this video and talk about going down the rabbit hole. So I never actually watched it when it was on TV, okay? But I love the idea of it. I'm not much of a TV person in general, to be honest. But they had, it's The Masked Singer. Have you ever watched that? Basically, it's like where usually singers, but you get celebrities and sports people, whatever. They're in disguise in like your big costume thing. Maybe I was looking at Halloween costumes and that's why they suggested this video to me. Anyway, so they showed them, there was this little clip of The Masked Singer, and I don't know why, but I thought, I'll just watch that because there must have been something about it that tweaked my interest, and I was like, I wonder who that is. 2 days now. 2 days I've been watching like the UK one, obviously, and then all the American ones, and now I'm on the Australian ones. I'm just like, it's like a drug. I'm just like The Masked Singer. So when it is back on the TV, I think I might need to watch it. I love it. Oh, I know it's a bit cheesy, but oh my god, I love it. I'm just like totally hooked. Right, anyway, what should I do next? Let's not talk about The Masked Singer anymore, because that's quite embarrassing. It's like a guilty secret. Let's find a grey, I think. Oh no, let's do the canary yellow first. Let's do the really, so sunflower or lemon. What's this? That's yellow sapphire. What's that like? Yeah, let's do sunflower. I want to make sure it's a nice strong one. And because I want this to be bold. And I'm going to put down quite a lot of pigment for this one. And leave his little bars, that's what we're going to do black. But I want plenty of yellow. Yeah, my days. This is the reason why I haven't had anything coloured. Now, what colour was this little chimney? This little chimney was grey, I think. I think this one was yellow, though. Yeah, if anybody wonders why I've not been doing anything, it's because I've just been sitting there binging The Masked Singer. It is a fun idea, though. Let's just do that one. I'm going to leave his little knobble. I can't remember if his knobble is yellow, but I think I'm just going to do the body of his train. Bright yellow. I want it to be bright yellow. What am I going to do with stripes? Well, we're going to do this panel bright yellow as well. Lots of pigment for this bit. I'm going to do that. I don't know. Let's just do that. And then I don't know what that bit is. That's the thing. If I don't know what it is, then nobody else will. So we'll go with that. We'll keep that yellow. Let's just do this. Get it activated. Yeah. I don't know why that one particular one caught my eye. I don't, because I don't watch things like, Britain's Got Talent or, stuff like that. Or sometimes, actually, I tell a lie, sometimes I watch The Voice. I do like that. And maybe it's that blind element of it where you people are singing and you're not always there you're there to judge them just on their voice, and then you see the person afterwards to judge. It tells you a lot that even when you don't think you have these preconceived ideas of what a person looks like who's singing or should be singing. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I like about it. I can't explain, but I did enjoy it. Right. Oh, did he have yellow wheels? I can't remember. No. Let's go with. They've got some charcoal there, so let's see what that looks like. Yeah, charcoal is a nice sort of steely grey, so we'll just... I was thinking, I do have some cheapy sort of metallic watercolours. I might find a bit to put just over the top of the metalwork. Maybe if I can find something like a really pale blue, like just a hint. And that'll just give the black metal, a bit of oomph. So really, this is just to give you an idea of. Well, you can see. Now, did I want that yellow? I want that yellow. Yes, I do want that yellow. I want this bit yellow. Let's do it while I remember. So you can get a reminder, really, about how haphazard I am. You know what? The more I think about doing something, the more bogged down I get in it. So that's why I prefer to actually just jump in. Nearly always, if I start having grand ideas about how to do a page, the more chance there is that they just stay the grand ideas and nothing ever happens. Do it. Just do it. Don't be scared of your books and don't overthink it. Right. I think I will put the metallics on. I'm going to do it. I'll do it after dinner. I'll do this. Because I did pull them out in a moment of rare foresight. Right, let's just do this one then. Because I do think that's part, because it did have the, I don't know if that's just normal steam train. I think that's his chimney. Because that'd be weird. It wouldn't, yeah. That is his chimney, isn't it? It is now. Right. let me know if you have watercolours, if you use watercolours, and what you think of them. Do you enjoy them? Do you use a water? There's a big question for you. Do you always use a water brush, or do you use a regular? Normally, to be honest, normally I use a regular brush because you can just control the water easier. I thought I'm going to be wild today. Knife on the edge. And then, oh, here comes the siren. We'll just let him go past. There we go. Right. Okay. Okay. Look, I've gone right over the edge. The funny thing about watercolours is, like, I find that I care less about going over the edge. It encourages me to just relax a bit. Right. These are the metallic watercolours that I was talking about. They're super cheap. I think they only cost me, like, I don't know, how'd you get in? I think they only cost me about £8. Now they're super shallow dishes. Like, you get like just a hint of watercolour, so let's not get too carried away. But I should take that off of there, shouldn't I? And then it can dry. But being watercolour, it like you only need a little bit, and it goes a really long way. So I'm just gonna actually let's use that bigger pen because it has some water in, and we'll just what shall I do it with? I think I'll do it with. I'm tempted between the silver, the black, or the blue. I said blue, didn't I? I'll just put a couple of drops in. Whoop. See, that's why I'm glad I didn't use that. So we'll just give that a moment to activate some pigment, and I will wipe off this thing, and then I think that'll be it for today. Though I'll zoom you out at the end just so you can see. And then you can let me know in the comments whether... Oh, I've put too much there. You can let me know in the comments whether you want to see more of this picture or not. Right, let's just go over here. So this should give it like just a little bit of a metallic sheen. I usually use this over water and things, but it's just got a hint of blue in it. And makes it feel a bit more natural. Yeah, I like that. That worked. Phew. It's like, yeah, that worked. Phew. What could possibly go wrong? I'm filming it. It's just like, why do you try these things that you've never tried before? I don't know. Because I'm reckless. We'll just go around the wheels. Yeah, but I will leave links in the description to everything I've used today. I'll see if I bought these water paints ages ago. I don't know if they're still there, but I'll have a look. Like I say, they were super cheap. You do kind of get what you pay for because they're not majorly pigmented, but I do like them for like just putting a cover, you know, like a top coat. It's alright if it's got some pigment underneath to go over the top of. And I just go down here. Did I do this bit? I can't remember. Right, that will do for now. And yeah, let me wipe off my pen. My brush, I should say. Right, let me zoom you out and you can see what we've done. Okay, so there we have it. It's all done. I don't know if you can see. It is. I should have put the flash on, really, on the camera, but you might be able to pick up some of the shine on the metal work. It's just a little bit. I don't know. I'm thinking now whether I should have put some metallic on the yellow as well. We'll see. I'll think about it. But yeah, that's it for now. And it's kind of half done. Half based. These ones though, the suitcases and stuff, obviously that would take a bit longer than this because that was just like That was easy. It still took me like 45 minutes, but somehow, you know, it was easy. So if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel. And if you want to see me work on this picture some more, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now.